Hello there everybody, and warm welcome to my channel, Tarot by Izabela. I hope you're all doing fine, and I'm very happy to see you here. Today's video will be a viewer's question video, but before we begin, I just want to thank you all wonderful viewers for all of your support, for your sharing, for your caring, for all of your mails that you sent me with questions about all different kind of topics. Unfortunately, I cannot make a video on all of those questions, but I tried to be a little bit selective and take a good mix of everything. Well, today's viewer's question, and today is the 5th of April 2023, will be the following. I have a little list here. And yeah, the first question is that's been concerning a lot of people since Finland officially joined NATO yesterday, the 4th of April. A lot of people wondering what will happen next. So the first question will be about NATO and EU. Those two organizations here to stay, or will they be gone? So even if Finland may have joined NATO, who knows, maybe for a short time, or maybe just some optic game. I'm gonna look into that question. The second question is about the weather modification system HAARP, and a lot of people have sent me mails asking about that. And if the bad guys have control over that, and if they have, for how long, and how will this continue to affect our planet. And the third question will be about the tragical ship wreck Estonia. And there are a lot of different theories how Estonia, the big ship Estonia, went down. It's a very tragic event when many people lost their lives. Some say it's, the cargo was misplaced, and there are other versions. I'm gonna look into that a little bit also. And the fourth question for viewers' questions video for today is, will the coast of France, Belgium and the Netherlands be submerged by the sea in close time? And the last question for today's video is about Mr. Z from country U. What will happen to him? And many have asked this also, so I'm going to look into that question. Yeah. And to look into this question, I'm going to use my tarot cards, oracle cards, gypsy cards, and some dice. And let's begin with question number 1. What will happen to NATO and EU? Those two organizations are a little bit intertwined with each other, depending on each other. Are they here to stay, or are they soon to go? What will happen with NATO and EU? I'm gonna need to shuffle my cards a little bit first. So let's see what they have to say. NATO and EU, what will happen to these two big organizations? to want to come. And I have a new oracle deck. I have not used it here, new for this video. And it's called Oracle of Visions. They're a little bit more symbolical cards. And they can be interpreted in different ways. So we're gonna take one of these ones. EU and NATO. And some dice. Okay. And it looks like this. What do we have here? We have a snake, 2 swans, lost, sucker, a vision for, and a bird flying away. And then we have, some quite, not disturbing, but they are not so friendly cards. Those of you who know, they're both EU and NATO who have representations of a snake. So they are not so clean organization as they want to take credit for. They want to show themselves as loving and caring, but behind the scenes we have the snake. They give a vision for freedom, bird in the sky, but really the first dice is sucker. And we have the gypsy card of loss. We also have the devil here and the 3 of swords. All these cards together indicates that both EU and NATO will be struggling, are infected, they are very ill. You could almost say at their last breath. We have the devil here also, and devil symbolize very unclean business, things that are not almost criminal activity, you can call it. And we have 3 of swords, an end of it. So according to the cards, it looks like both EU and NATO are getting more ill and ill, losing strength, losing life force. And what they really up to, we have the devil and the snake. And things of those natures will come up. And 3 of swords is a separation, is something that goes away, stop to exist. And the big oracle cards, here we have a fool dancing on the clouds with birds, peace birds flying over it. So it gives a sense of peace birds, but it's really they are pulling the strings of the fool. Illusion. There's someone on the clouds dancing. They're not normally. You're not dancing on the clouds. So it's an illusion of peace, a fool's game, you can call it. And both EU and NATO, they work together. We have 3 of wands, symbolizing collaboration, mutual projects, and things like that. And more people are getting disappointed of these 2 organizations, since we have Four of Cups. A sense of something is not right. Well, according to the cards, those two organizations that are working together will not be there, will not exist as they exist today. Will be a separation. It will not continue. And why? Because, as I said, we have the devil and the snake. Those two will be exposed. And what is really going on in those two organizations. So even guys, if Finland officially joined NATO, it could be that it will not be for a long time, since this organization, according to the cards, will be dissolved. So let's see, I'm gonna take one card on the Three of Swords, when. And I have a number 4, 4 of coins. Signifying could be 4 weeks, 4 months, not 4 years. Could even be month number 4. Something with the number 4 is involved in the dissolvement of these two organizations. And there are a lot of hidden stuff, not so nice stuff. Let's see, what do they hide? Bribes. Among other things. So here we have a hand giving money. So it could be that some kind of bribes, or could also be blackmail of some kind. And this could come to the open and would be like something that trigger those two organizations to crumble down. Well, that was my answer for question number 1. What will happen to EU and NATO? And according to the cards, it doesn't seem like those two organizations will have the life force to continue to exist in the future. Yes. Well, let's continue to question number 2. And that was regarding the HAARP, weather modification system. And many people have asked me about this HAARP, in which hands they are in control, of the good guys or bad guys controlling it, and if the bad guys are controlling it, for how long will they be able to do so? So first, let's take some cards on this HAARP. HAARP. What is going on with the HAARP? And some dice. Well, according to the cards, um, it seems like something is changing in this HAARP modification system. It looks like more and more the good guys are getting control over it. Since we have 2 cards of faith and 2 cards of nature, and it's looked like those who want to take care of Mother Earth, the nature, everything that grows, looks like they more and more have control over the system. Here I don't see some very big disasters coming up that could destroy our planet as it has done to today's date. We have the watchtower in one of the dice, and the watchtower, someone is watching over the system so that it will not make a big disaster or big harm. We also have the lover and the magician. It seems like it have changed hands, or it's soon going to change hands, so it's something close in time. That the bad guys will not be able to control this system. A lot of things are going on our planet right now that we are not really aware of, and there are big things going on. Even if you will see disaster, we see horrible things happen here and there. There are something behind the scenes going on that would turn the game in the favor for the good people. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take one more card, and we're gonna see when will the truth about this HAARP be revealed, who is in control of it, and who has been in control of it, and what it have done. Will the truth about HAARP be revealed? And I get a strong number 8, and it's a major arcana, strength number 8. So the truth, the clean truth, the healthy truth will be revealed about this HAARP system. And a strong number 8. 8 weeks, 8 months, or month number 8. So somewhere in that time frame you can expect more information about the HAARP and who is in control. And within that time frame you will probably also know that it looks like the good guys have taken control over the HAARP system. Yeah. Well, that was my answer to question number 2. Let's continue to question number 3. Yeah. And question number 3 was about the sinking of Estonia, a big ship that goes between between Sweden, Finland, and Estland. And 1994, 28th of September, there was a tragic event with this ship. In the middle of the night, it sank very quickly, and unfortunately, many people died, and it was 852 lives. And one of the deadliest, most tragic sinking in modern history of a ship in peacetime. And there have been a lot of different theories what make Estonia sink. Some say it was cargo that was not well placed, make it unbalanced. Others say it was some kind of terrorist attack or bomb. Well, there are different versions, and nobody can say for certain which version can be truth. And my reading today, I will not say which version is truth. I will more concentrate if the truth, the real truth about the sinking of Estonia will come to the open, that the people will know and can go on further with their lives. So let's see. Estonia. Will the truth about the sinking of Estonia come up? And one gypsy card on Estonia. Okay, let's see here. We have white lilies, we have a lock, quickly monkey, and some potion. Stability. So the truth about Estonia have been locked behind with a key. And there is some monkey business in the whole event, how Estonia went down, how it sank. And it still looks like the truth will come up quickly. It has been more than 20 years, soon 30 years, since Estonia went down. And the truth have been locked in. And have been different investigations, and there's still investigations going on with the Estonia. We have the World, Six of Wands, and the Death card. That means a new start, new beginning, something clean. The truth about Estonia, how it went down, the real truth, will come up, and it can come up quickly, because we have quickly here and we have that, something that can change from one day to another. And when that information about Estonia comes out, it will give stability. We have the Gypsy card of stability. And people have been seeking the truth in different kind of ways. They feel that something is not right, the official version, but since it's forbidden to go down there and investigate the wreck of Estonia, so which version is true? It's difficult to say, especially if investigation are not made open to the public. The real reason why it went down with so many lives on board will be revealed, and we live in very, very turbulent times at the moment. It's almost like the end of days, but not end of the world, end of this world's order system. And we're gonna be shocked every week with something new, some new revelations. And things are going on globally. The truth about Estonia will be revealed. And I'm gonna take one card, time frame. As I mentioned many times, time frames are very difficult to predict on. And it's always an approximate. So let's take one card on Estonia. And we have Queen of Coins. That is not really a time. They don't want to give me a time. Judgment, yeah. It seems like there must be some change first globally in ruling class, in the go down of the cabal, the deep state, before the truth can come up. When? Difficult. It seems it will come quickly. With quickly, it can be 1 week, 1 year. I will say within 1 year. Number one could be 1 year, 1 month, 1 week, 1 day. But within 1 year, some very revealing information will come up about the sinking of Estonia. Well, that was my answer for Estonia. Let's continue to the next question. And the next question is, okay. A couple of people wrote to me about that they fear that the sea level will rise so much, and the coasts of France, Netherlands, Belgium, that it will damage big part of their countries. And I'm gonna look into that and see if there will be some kind of rise of the water that will submerge a lot of those countries. Some have predicted about that it's gonna happen big catastrophes like that. But let's see if this is gonna happen. So question number 4 will be, will the coast of France, Belgium and the Netherlands be submerged by the sea in close time? So let's see, how does it look? Coastline. Will they be submerged? Let's hope not. Not for anyone. Coastline submerged. And let's take some back. I don't have any catastrophic cards here. There are a lot of worries. People are worried about the water rising. And they're like constantly looking out over the water and fearing for it to come closer and rise. But I don't see any submerging. Okay, if there is a big storm and a lot of winds, the water level can rise a little, but not in that way that it will make big problems for many people that lives on the coast for those three countries. It seems like there is some kind of control over it, and I don't see it rise in a catastrophic level. We have the Empress, and we also have someone that is carrying a lady inside a bubble. So, no, I see it quite safe, and I don't see it. Well, people have to learn to swim and to take a boat to the job. No, something may happen, but not in a dangerous level. I see it quite, those three countries, Belgium, Netherlands, and France, I see them like protected. Could be from higher forces, and that it will not be some catastrophic event. I will take one more card to confirm this. Is there some problem? There is the card of 5 of stress. No, I don't see it become a big problem. Could be, as I said, when there's full moon and tide, and the tide water goes up, and if there is a storm at the same time, could be some water level rising, but then it goes back again. But I don't see it in any catastrophic level. So my answer to question number 4, no, I don't see big problems with the water level for the country of France, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Could be small rise, but not in a catastrophic way. Well, that was my answer for question number 4. Let's continue to question number 5, and the last question for today. And it will, okay. And it's about Mr. Z from country U. What will happen to Mr. Z from the country U? Yeah. What will happen to him? Mr. Z from the country U. And one of these big oracle cards. And some dice. What do we have here? Harmonica, life, broken. Well, for Mr. Z, it doesn't look so nice. We have the big oracle card of incarnation or reincarnation. So whatever he's up to, he will not succeed. He's playing his tune, his harmonica, looking in different direction around the world. But whatever he's up to, it will fall down, it will crash down. We have the Tower, we have Ten of Swords. And also life here and broken. So it seems like, yeah, it could be that Mr. Z will not live until old age, if I can say it that way. Could be that he will be reincarnated sooner than expected. Yeah, so this is what I can say here. I'm gonna take some more cards on this too. Yeah. There have been a lot of lies or untruth words coming out from the country you. We have the card of lies. And whatever have been said about this country you and Mr. Z that has not been correct will also be revealed. And this truth that will come out will in somehow also break, because of a wood that is broken, break him, you can say. So unfortunately for Mr. Z, it doesn't look so bright. According to the cards, it looks like he will enter the reincarnation wheel quickly than he planned to. And there are some very big revelation about Mr. Z and the country you that will come up. Can say different versions of the story. And on this I'm gonna take one more card, and that is an approximate time frame. When can we expect the revelations about him come true? And we have an Ace of Swords, and that is a strong number 1. 1 day, 1 week, within 1 year, 1 month. So, but it's strong, it's definitely definitive, and it's sharp, and it's, crisp true. Yeah. With evidence, with a lot of evidence. And this have also ties to the big organizations of NATO and EU. Whatever happens in the country you with Mr. Z will also be connected to those two organizations and could in a way rebuild them or crumble them. So more looks like the latter one. And here I got the star. Yeah, and I told earlier in some of my other videos that we have some kind of extraterrestrial intervention that is also working on this to reveal it. It could be that they find a lot of aliens below ground in the country U, and this will also be revealed. And those aliens are not the nice ones. But still, we have the good aliens that are also helping in this. The final card, Ace of Swords. So whatever is going on, the truth, the real truth, nothing else but the truth will be revealed. Yeah. And Mr. Z looks like he will enter the wheel of reincarnation quicker than he had planned for. Well, that was my answers to the viewers' question of today, the 5th of April 2023. And to all of you wonderful viewers, I want to thank you all so much for watching. And if you should have any questions you would like to have me answer in a video similar to this, feel free to mail me a question or maybe put a question in the comment section below. And to all of you, I want to say stay strong, be safe. Things are changing very quickly. We can feel it in the air, we can smell it, taste it almost. And there will be a very bumpy ride before things will be better. So hang on there, don't lose hope, and things gonna be better at the end. And the good, kind, loving heart will win. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Bye bye.